What's up, guys? So today this is the third time I shot this video because I keep doing it and it ends up being way too freaking long. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just cut right to the chase. But today I'm gonna show you guys how to take your iTunes library and store it in a central location. So just to do a quick explanation, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's say you guys have a bunch of computers in your house. Everybody's got an iPod or an iPhone, right? Everybody has their own computer, their own laptop, and there's a family desktop and whatnot. Everybody's going to have iTunes on their computer, and you guys all have similar content, maybe not the same content, but similar content on your guys' iTunes library. Um, so what the point is you guys don't want to store your content on the computer itself, because let's say you have 4 different computers with the same song, right? So that one song that you guys have on those 4 computers is going to be stored on 4 separate hard drives on each of those computers. So now you have that same song copied 4 times, and that's just taking up space on your computer that it doesn't need to, because why have 4 copies of the same song when you can just have it in one spot and have all 4 computers go to that same spot to get that file, rather than have them go to their own computer hard drive and get it 4 different times. You can just store it on a network drive and recall that file from 4 different computers. So basically, just to show you guys how to do that, I do want to start out by saying you have to know how to put a network drive up. If you do not know how to put a network drive up, I'll do a separate video on that. But it's not that hard to do. It can be very complex if you decide to do it that way. The way I did it is quite complex, but there's very simple and very hard ways to do that. I'm not going to explain how to do it in this video because that's not what this is, but it is a network drive. So basically, just to explain what that is real quick, is it's a hard drive on your network. Okay, so it's basically like you know what a USB flash drive is, or a hard drive. It's basically like one of those, but on your network. So anything that's connected to your network, whether it's Ethernet or wireless, so a laptop, anything that's ever connecting to the internet on your local network will be able to access this hard drive, which means that everything pretty much can access this hard drive. So you have one hard drive that can be accessed by all the computers. So you put the iTunes library on that hard drive so that they don't have to store it on that computer itself. So what happens is you have a network drive. I'm using an actual dedicated iTunes server for this. So to make it work, you have to take your iTunes library and move it to that network drive. So by default, with iTunes, your iTunes actually stores your media content under the user, and then you go to the music folder under the user, and then you have this folder called iTunes that iTunes actually creates. It makes this folder, and this is where all your media content is stored. You can see we click iTunes, then we have a folder called iTunes Media, then you have music, and it stores all your artists and everything. You can see that there's actually not much here because this isn't where my music is primarily stored. It's actually stored on the network drive. This is where my music is stored, right here. So you can see that there's a ton of stuff right here. If I go to music, this is where all my music is stored. And I have 28,000 songs totaling 80 days. That's crazy. And 168.75 gigs. So you wouldn't want 168 gigs stored in 4 different spots. And especially if you start having movies and stuff, that takes up a ton of space. So what we do is we put it in this one location on this network drive that all 4 computers can access, rather than storing it on those 4 computers itself. So to do that, like I showed you guys, we have this, and then we go to music, and this is where your iTunes library is stored. So what we do is we take your iTunes library that's stored under users, music, and iTunes. You're just going to take this entire folder, this iTunes folder. You don't have to worry about anything inside it. Just take the entire iTunes folder and copy it over to your network drive. So in my case, this is my network. This is my network drive. It's under the share folder. And then under that directory, I'm just going to copy over the iTunes folder. Now I'm not going to do it again because I've already done it once. If you're copying from several different computers, just go ahead and merge the folders together. So when it asks you, it's going to say, hey, this folder already exists. Would you like to merge them? Say yes. And then if it has conflicting files ever, or conflicting folders, you just merge folders and skip files if they're copies. So merge folders and skip files, and that's if you're copying from more than one computer. Once you've copied all your computer's libraries to that network drive, now you have, what you can do is delete your iTunes library. So you can delete it from your C drive, so you don't need it on your computer anymore. I'm not going to do it in this case because there's actually media on here that I haven't copied over yet. But so you can copy over to your network drive and then delete the C drive media folder. Don't delete your C drive. Delete the folder on your C drive for your iTunes. So you just copy the whole iTunes folder and then delete it off your computer. Make sure it fully copies over to your network drive, obviously. And once you have all your merged media content, you have this big iTunes folder that contains the media content for all 4 computers, okay? So now what you do is you have to tell iTunes to point to that direction. So now iTunes has to know that your media is no longer located in the default location. So what you do is you go to the Edit, Preferences, and you go to the Advanced tab at the end. What you do is you point to the network drive. It'll normally be C users, blah, 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 blah. It'll show that. So what you do is you just go to Change, and you go to Network. You're going to go to Network, and then once you go to Network, you find your network drive. You go to your folder, your iTunes folder on your network drive, so you double-click that, and then you select the iTunes Media folder. So you go to your network drive, select iTunes Media, and hit Select Folder. And now it's saying that all your media for iTunes is now located on this location. So it's looking at your network folder and the folder in your network drive. So now you have one hard drive on your network that holds the content to all your iTunes for all 4 computers, and all 4 computers can access this drive, and everybody's happy. So now you don't have to store your content on the computer itself anymore. That's pretty much it, guys. Once you do it, you hit OK, and it'll probably, sometimes it'll want to update the iTunes library, and that can take days, honestly. It can take a while, and you can't use iTunes while it's going, especially if you have 28,000 songs like me, and it wants to update the library when you change the location. That can take time. So just allow it to do its thing. It will take a while if you have 28,000 songs or whatever, but just let it update the library. That's pretty much it, guys. I do want to tell you guys one thing. When you copy your folders over to your network drive, make sure they fully copy. I do want to say that you should, when you copy it over, make sure that you're on a wired network. You can do it on a wireless, but it will take a lot of time, especially if you have large files. So try, and if you have a laptop, just plug it in through Ethernet or whatever if you can. So make sure they do fully copy over, and don't lose any of your media content. Obviously, I don't want to be responsible for you guys losing your media content, and I won't be. That's all you guys. I'm assuming if you guys are doing this, you guys know how to copy folders over. It's just like copying folders to a flash drive. Also, one other thing, guys, make sure that, especially if you have an iTunes library this big with 28,000 songs, I mean, that's a pretty precious library to you, obviously, and you don't want to lose it. Make sure that your one hard drive that's holding all your shit is backed up. Make sure you back up your iTunes library. I hope you guys already know that. I hope it's already obvious to you that you guys back up your iTunes library regularly. But make sure, try and get something like a Drobo or something where you can have your network drive in a RAID configuration, so it's in RAID 1 or whatever. My server is in RAID 1, so it automatically backs it up to, whenever I write any files to this server, this is an actual Dell PowerEdge server, whenever I write anything to it, it's actually going to 2 hard drives at once. So if one hard drive crashes, I have a backup. Because your hard drive is going to be accessed a lot, so it's going to be spinning up and spinning down a lot if 4 people are accessing it, or 5 people, or everybody in the house is accessing that hard drive whenever they go on iTunes. Your drive is going to be spinning up a lot, and it's going to turn on and off. So that's going to cause the failure rate to go way up by a lot if it's constantly turning on and off. So just watch out for that, guys, and always back up your iTunes library. Try and get a RAID system going if you can. If not, just back up your hard drive periodically to another hard drive. I hope that's obvious to you guys, and you guys should know how to do that. If not, watch another video on how to do that. I'm not going to make a tutorial on how to back up your library, but you're just basically copying everything over to another hard drive. That's pretty much it for how to take your iTunes library and put it on a central location for all your computers, guys. Again, if you don't know how to make a network drive, I'll do a tutorial on that, but that's it for this, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we are at 10 minutes. Holy damn. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and like always, guys, have a good one.